Devastating. Devastating is the only word that I can use to describe the news and the loss the Warriors just received as they got sent home on a buzzer beater, 114 to 111, courtesy of Harrison Barnes. Now, Golden State has just 2 games remaining in the 24-25 regular season, and the margins in the West are razor thin. And Golden State could not afford to drop that game to San Antonio to comfortably put themselves out of the play-in. Want to know why? Because they're back in the play-in now. They are officially the 7th seed in the Western Conference after all the action on April 9th. If you want to take a look at the playoff picture right now, well, we got it for you. And the Warriors, they're not playing the Lakers anymore. They're not playing the Nuggets. They're not playing the Clippers. They're playing the Timberwolves in a sudden death basketball game that would eventually, if they were to lose that ball game, have them matched up with the Kings and the Mavericks. Now, do I feel confident in a matchup against one of those two? Yeah, but it's sudden death basketball. And if your shots don't go in, it's anybody's game. It's a make or miss league. If you're the one that's missing on that night, you're cooked. And it's also extra basketball for the Golden State Warriors. Tread they did not need on their tires. I mean, you can't lose this game. You can't be lax with the basketball in your hands. You can't turn it over down the stretch. You can't be late on closeouts or late on defensive rotations on a team in San Antonio that's going to play 5 out and everybody out there on the floor can shoot. Like, it was not great for Golden State. And it was really a tale of 4 quarters here as they were dominant in the first, went up by 9 at the close, and then by the second half, they're down 4. They're down 4 at the halftime break, and then they completely flip the script, go up 12 heading into the fourth quarter, and they end up losing this game at the buzzer. It just is inexcusable. And Steph, I'm listening to him talk about the loss and what went wrong and what to look for moving forward in this post-game press conference. And he says they knew what was on the line. Like, they knew that dropping this game would put them back in the play-in tournament. And they still go out there and lose it. Now, you did say it's all about how a team responds. The good teams will respond in those scenarios, but there ain't a whole heck of a lot of time left in this NBA season, man. I mean, there's 2 games left on the schedule. Three postseason playoff spots are locked up. Now, the Lakers, they're doing their job. They're winning basketball games. The Nuggets, I mean, they just fired their coach because they need to win more basketball games, and they did tonight against the Kings. What about the Clippers? They beat the Rockets. And then the Grizzlies now jump the Warriors because, Golden State has that extra loss now. The Timberwolves and the Grizzlies will end up playing each other on Thursday. So that is a massive matchup that all Golden State fans should have their eyes glued to, as if Minnesota wins that game, Golden State will be propped back up into the 6th seed. But now they're going to need help. Like, they don't control their own destiny anymore, and that's what we were looking for with 3 games to go. If they won out, they would have been guaranteed out of the play-in tournament. But now they have to worry about other chips to fall their way, and they have to match up with the LA Clippers on Sunday, as they don't match up all that well with LA. Like, it is not going to be that easy. And you play the Trailblazers on Friday as well. Like, they're playing better basketball as of late. Denny Avdija is cooking. So there is a lot to discuss when it comes to this game. At the end of the day, Curry and Butler both played really, really great in this one. Like, Steph was kind of the only shining light in the ball game for Golden State. He had 30, like Jimmy as well. The Steph from the field, but Jimmy got to the free throw line constantly. So shout out to him. He had 28 tonight on 8 shots, and he was 5 of 8 from the field. That's unbelievable. Plus, he hit both of his 3 balls. So, like, Jimmy brought it tonight. Steph brought it tonight. The veterans who knew how crucial of a situation this ball game was tonight, they brought it. And the rest of the supporting cast really didn't step up to the plate all that much, and the decision-making was bad. That nobody could hit a 3. And we'll talk more about those performances in just a moment. But if you guys want the Warriors to avoid the play-in tournament, make sure you go down below and hit that thumbs up icon like today's video. Smash it so we can not jinx ourselves into a play-in spot. I need Dub Nation's help here because Golden State clearly isn't playing to the standard that we need them to play at. We'll talk more about this loss and who really didn't step up for Golden State, what we're going to need to see from those players moving forward. But first, I got to give a major shout out to today's sponsor, and that's Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports platform because it's daily fantasy made easy. Here's how it works. All you guys got to do is pick a sport. Pick multiple sports if you want. Basketball, baseball, hockey, bowling, darts, golf. The Masters is coming up, so combine them if you want to in a lineup. And just pick 2 or more. And just pick more or less on their projected stats. It's that easy. And PrizePicks is always trying to make it easier for you guys to win money with all their incredible deals. Like us hooking you guys up with a free $50 in your account when you sign up using our promo code CLNS, like you see in the bottom right of your screen. If you want to see an example of an entry, here's what I had. If it was a flex play, this actually would have looked pretty solid. But I did have Brandon Pajemski more than 6.5. 3 balls attempted. He did not end up with that mark. Jonathan Kuminga, more than 5 field goals made. He hit that. And then Harrison Barnes, more than 13. Well, he hit the buzzer beater to win it. He definitely had more than 13 points. You can tell my picks. You can fade my picks. Just make sure you go and do it at PrizePicks. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use the promo code CLNS for $50 instantly when you place your first $5 entry. You don't even need to win to receive the $50. It's guaranteed. PrizePicks. Run your game. All that information will be clickable down in the comment section and description of today's video. All right, Golden State. They just didn't shoot the ball all that well tonight. I mean, 33% from 3 is just not going to get it done. And, man, I just can't keep thinking about the position that they're in and the position that they could be now as they drop a game to the Spurs. Look, the Spurs played with a lot of intensity tonight. They played with fire. And, you got 20 points from, basically everybody in their starting lineup. Castle played great. Keldon Johnson played great. Harrison Barnes played great. And Devin Vassell was getting buckets as well. And, they outshot you from 3. It was a very marginal win here by the Spurs. Razor tight game, and it just didn't have to be. I mean, some players on Golden State tonight just didn't show up at the end of the day. Where was Brandon Pajemski when he's been lighting it up from the field over these past, 10 to 20 games or so? A bad game out of Pods. Just one where he could not put the ball in the bucket. 3 of 11 for the field, 1 of 5 from deep. Not going to get it done if he's going to be dependent upon as the secondary scoring option for Golden State. He's going to need to hit shots. And I know he's been lighting up. He's been 50% from 3-point range over his last 10 games. But going to need to see more. Going to need to see more consistency because that's the player that you're going to be dependent upon when playoff time comes around. Kuminga, he was solid, but, was a net negative out there on the court. Keep in mind, the non-Steph minutes tonight, the Warriors were a minus 16. That's terrible. It can't happen. And that's the rut that I think that they're going to fall into if they're going to be losing basketball games. Because Steph is at the end of the day, the end-all, be-all of this team. Everything that this team accomplishes, they owe to number 30 because he just keeps them afloat. He just keeps them afloat. He can hit a couple of threes in a row. He can get to the rim. He's been getting to the free throw line lately. He's also been attacking the glass. He's doing everything that he can for this roster, and they're not repaying him consistently enough. But, that's the reality at the end of the day. 2 more games. Just got 2 more games. Draymond almost with a triple-double. But, yeah, it was a good game from Draymond. It just wasn't enough. Just wasn't enough at the end of the day. Buddy shot pretty mid. 4 of 10 from 3. It's good, but it's just not enough. It's good, but it's just not enough. Guy Santos continues to struggle from outside. Moses Moody did not play very well tonight either. He was a 3 of 11, 1 of 7 from deep. Was attacking the glass and continues to play solid defense, but gonna need him to hit shots. Who needs somebody else other than Steph and Jimmy? And Jimmy gives you 1 every 5 games to go out there and hit jumpers, and they just couldn't do it tonight. And now they're waiting for other teams to have different results that can push them back outside the play-in tournament. They do not control their own destiny anymore, and that's sad to see. It's sad to see, and I don't know. I don't know what's going to change here in these last 2 games because we got a bunch of games on the schedule where things could be shaken up. Like I said, with the Grizzlies playing the Timberwolves, the Grizzlies also match up against Denver, I believe. Yes, they do on Friday. So a back-to-back for Memphis between Minnesota and the Nuggets. And then they end up playing with the Mavs the last game of the season. So going to need a couple losses out of the Grizzlies. Going to need the Timberwolves to lose to at least the team after the Grizzlies, whoever they play last. Who's that going to be? Oh, the Jazz and the Nets. Well, that's not happening. Also, going to need the Nuggets to drop that game to the Grizzlies. It's a lot that Golden State doesn't have in their hands anymore. And it's sad to see. But they just got to control what you can control the rest of the way. Got to go 2-0. It's not going to be easy. But I hope Golden State can get it done, man, because I want to see them matching up with the Lakers in that 3-6 seed matchup. It's going to be a lot of fun, but they got to get there. They gotta get their heads out of their rear ends and go out there and get wins over these last 2 games. Make sure you are subscribed, though, because we will be live on the channel at Warriors today for those last 2 games of the season. Against the Trailblazers on Friday and against the Clippers on Sunday. We will be live on the channel, so lock us in. Make sure you're subscribed for the best Warriors content on YouTube. My name is Tyler Smith. We'll see you all in the next one. And as always, let's go Dubs.